Hello, my name is Stephen Rogers, and this is my Full Sail University assignment for week 4, the Pecha. This is selecting your first anime. First thing we're going to talk about is knowing the basics. You need to know the basics to any decision before you make it. The fundamentals, the building blocks. It's important to know. It's especially important to know in anime because if you don't know the basics, if you don't know what you're looking for, if you don't know the building blocks to the choices, you could be waiting months before you find something. And that's annoying. I think we all agree there. But to start with, you need to know your own personal taste. What do you enjoy? I personally enjoy mecha animes like Gundam, but it's up to you. So, going on from there, we need to talk about themes. Themes. There are a whole list of them out there, but you need to know a few. The main themes out there are mecha, school, supernatural, harem, combat, and romance. I see more of these animes than I do anything else, and a bunch of them spread out from there. But these are just some of the more common ones that you will see. You need to pick which one you enjoy. Length. Different animes can last for different varied amounts of time. Do you have something that you want to watch a single season of, or do you want to watch something that has years of seasons? Going into length even further, we have to talk about the episodes. Do you want to watch something that has a dozen or so hour-long episodes? Do you need something shorter? Are you looking for something that's been going on for years? Maybe something that has 120-minute episodes that are quick and put down, you can come back to later. It's just something to think about. And here's style you need to know. Are you looking for something cartoony? Are you looking for a specific artist? Maybe you're looking for something unique that's got an edgier feel to it. Different animes all carry different styles. Same artist might even have different styles of doing animes. Ratings. These are very important. You need to understand that you might pick up something that you can't watch with the kids and family. Or maybe you're doing it on purpose and you want something you watch by yourself. Or maybe you're looking for a kids show to enjoy with them. You just need to pay attention to the ratings because they change. Manga involvement. Most animes are based off of manga. 9 times out of 10, there's a whole series of manga that they use to build the episodes for it. Do you want to read the manga? Maybe your show is a prequel or a sequel of a manga. Maybe it's a continuation. You need to keep that in mind. If you have and you've looked it up, maybe you found it. 9 times out of 10, the manga is going to be longer than the show you're watching. That means that there's a greater chance for greater content in the show. There's also a greater chance for greater content in the manga itself. But how long is it? You also need to know continuity. You won't always understand what's going on in the manga because it won't always match the anime. Sure, it's based off the same stuff sometimes, but it won't always be the same. That's okay. Because 9 times out of 10, the stuff that doesn't match is going to be filler. You'll get lost with filler, sure. There are people who don't like it, but it's there to add to the content of the story, to make it longer, to give you backstory, things like that. Just keep that in mind. Do you want filler? Do you want something that's quick in there? Filler changes the plot. That's what keeps the plot all the time evolving, because you have to keep up with it. Do you want something that has a simple, safe plot, or do you want something that will lead you on an adventure, if you will? If that's what you want, you need to think about this. Sometimes, well, most of the time, manga and anime will throw you for a loop. If you want predictable, it's out there. It's a little bit harder to find, but it's out there. You can probably guess the plot to some of the shows, like Dragon Ball Z. It's okay. Language is something you need to keep in mind as well. Some people prefer the original language and read subtitles. Others, most Americans actually, prefer it to be dubbed. It's simpler, it's easier for us to understand. things you need to keep in mind. What are you looking for? Original video animations are also something you need to watch out for. It's a movie. It's a movie based on the anime you're watching, but it won't always match up. Do you want to watch that? I would suggest personally watching the anime, then the movie, but some people do it different. Multiple universes are also normally involved in the OVAs. The Dragon Ball Z movies are considered to be a completely different universe than the Dragon Ball Z series, and that can be confusing. So you have to understand that they won't always match up either. And that's okay, because that means that there's always going to be original content. Original content is good because it gives you a fresh perspective. It gives old crowds something to look forward to, and new crowds something to latch on to. And that's always amazing. You also have to think about this. Technology is changing. Do you want computer animated, or do you want traditional art? Things like that are important. You really need to think about them. Dragon Ball Z, for instance, they're doing the rehash. It's more computer-generated art. But you still need to know the basics to any decision you make. Again, it's extremely important in anime, but this is also something you can use for life decisions. Know the building blocks of your decisions, please. Know the basics. It's that simple. This has been Stephen Rogers.